So you're thinking about buying a house. Fantastic. Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 6 things that you should consider before you purchase one of the biggest expenses of your life. All right. First tip, find out what your why is. So with a strong enough why, you can accomplish anything. Keep that in front of you. Write down what your whys are. So it could be things like moving to a better school system. Maybe your lease is about to expire. Maybe you need to move for a job. Different neighborhood. There's lots of reasons why. So write, your top 3, 4, 5 whys down. Keep them in front of you, and that will keep you motivated to achieve your goal of buying a home in the future. A strong enough why, you can do anything. Get the whys down. Could be lots of reasons. You have your own personal reasons for that, but that is the number one thing you should figure out is why do you want to buy a home? The number 2 thing you should consider, you figured out your why, you know you're going to move, you need to figure out your time frame. Some people really underestimate the time it takes to buy a house. So figure out what your time frame is. Do you want to move in a year? Do you want to move in 6 months? Do you need to move in a month? So whatever that time frame is, you've got to start really considering that. It takes about 30 days. Once you put an offer in and you got it accepted, it takes about 30 days to close on that house. So, that's assuming you find a house immediately. You've got to at least give yourself 30 days. Now, if you're buying cash, it could be a little bit quicker. So time frame matters. Normally it takes a little time to look for a house, get your pre-approval, get your credit, all that stuff figured out, and then find an agent to work with, start searching for a house. It could take a while, especially in today's market. It could take several offers, but really consider your time frame. Think about how long it's going to take to find a house, maybe talk to a local real estate agent, and that will help you out. So look at this dog toy. Look at a purple dog toy for my dog laying in the floor. I should have moved that out of the way before the video. All right, so number 1 is your why. Number 2 is time frame. Number 3 is a big one, your credit score. You need to understand your credit score. A higher credit score can really affect how much you're paying per month with your interest. It can also affect if you're going to get approved for a conventional loan or an FHA loan. Maybe you don't have to check your credit and you're paying for cash, but really need to understand your credit score. So you can check several online agencies. They can give you a rough idea, and then what you can do, and later on in another tip coming up, is check with a local lender. They can give you an idea of what your credit score is. That will affect your monthly payment. That will affect how much you can afford to pay. So understand your credit score, work to improve it. If you have a lower credit score, maybe below a 640, you probably want to get a hold of a lender. They can give you some tips generally on ideas on how to improve your credit score. Sometimes you need to open up a credit card and pay it off. Sometimes you just need to pay off some bills. There's lots of things you can do to improve your credit score, and it's best to talk to a lender. They'll give you some tips. They'll set you up on a program, and then in the future, that lender is going to hope that you use them when it's time to get a mortgage for a home. So understand your credit score is tip number 3. Okay, so tip number 4 is your budget. You want to create a monthly budget so you know exactly how much you can afford on your monthly house payments. So I don't want anybody to be house poor. I want them to be able to afford their mortgage. A lot of people just think they have to worry about their mortgage. No, you've got a lot of other stuff to consider as well. You've got homeowners insurance. You might be in an HOA, so really pay attention to see if you're going to have those extra HOA fees, which are monthly payments to keep the neighborhood nicer. So you've got your mortgage, you've got your HOA fees, you've got insurance, you've got your taxes. So you want to consider all of that stuff. So make sure you're living within your means. You don't want to be house poor. That's no fun. So don't go over what you can afford. Keep it reasonable. Understand what your monthly budget can be. Think about all your utility costs. If you're buying a huge house, your utilities are going to be probably more than they were before. If you have a swimming pool, you've got gas bills to keep it heated. You've got electric bills to keep the pumps going, things like that. So don't just, yes, consider your mortgage part. That's a lot, to consider. But you also, the sun bright right there. You also want to consider those other payments that might be involved that are outside of your mortgage. So consider your mortgage, really write down your home budget, understand what you can afford in a house, and keep it simple and affordable for yourself. All right, we're almost toward the end here. So number 5 thing you need to consider when buying a home is your down payment. It's very sloppy, but it's your down payment. Think about that. So down payment is generally 3%, maybe 3.5%. That's normally the minimums that you wanna put down. Different programs, FHA, conventional, VA. There's different things you got to consider with that too. Talk to your mortgage lender about that. If you're VA, you might not have to put anything down. Now, if you can put 20% down, you can remove the PMI from that mortgage, and that's going to save you a lot monthly. PMI is an insurance that the mortgage company puts on your house just to make sure you're going to make those payments. So if you can put 20% down, fantastic. The more you put down, the better. If you put down more, you're gonna have a lower monthly mortgage. That offer is gonna look a ton stronger if you're competing with other offers. Somebody that's gonna put 3% down versus somebody that's putting 20% down is a ton better. Now, I'm not telling you to put 20% down, do whatever is affordable for you, but you really wanna consider your down payment. So normally the lowest is about 3% down, up to a cash offer. So down payment's the next thing you want to think about. Start saving, start putting monthly away into a savings account for that down payment. Consider your budget and live within your means and put a good down payment down so you look strong and you have a low monthly payment. Okay, so now the 6th thing you should consider before buying a house is talking to a mortgage lender. So talk to at least 3 different lenders. You may think they're all the same. They're not. Some lenders are going to have a lot lower fees. Some can maybe get you approved for a higher amount. A lot of people think that, if I talk to 3 different lenders and have each of them run my credit to get pre-approved, it's going to ding my credit. That's not true. It does not happen that way. If you're running your credit score for a mortgage, it only counts as one time. So go to at least 3 different lenders to see if you can get pre-approved. Who's going to give you a better deal? Who's going to, some people sometimes will waive appraisal fees. Some people can give you a lower interest rate, things like that. So talk to 3 different lenders, see who you relate with, see who has good communication. That's important to me. So who's going to text you back or call you back or answer your emails quicker, and then who's going to maybe give you the best interest rate. So it's not always goes down to the best and cheapest thing, just like anything you buy. Sometimes it's the service involved, which is huge to me. So talk to a lender. That's tip number 6. Now I got number 7. I got a bonus one here coming up right now. Okay, bonus tip number 7. Talk to a real estate agent. Find a local agent in town. Just like you would interview 3 different mortgage lenders, do the same with a real estate agent. Now, I'm a real estate agent, so I would definitely advise you to talk to 3 different ones. It's going to be the same as a lender. Some have fantastic communication. Some have horrible communication. Some of them will not really care about you. They might be looking for something bigger, or they just kind of forget about you. So talk to 3 different real estate agents, see which ones you can relate with, see which ones have the best communication, see what, a lot of them have like these admin fees, so see what their admin fees is. Generally, when you're buying a house, the seller pays for the commission for both agents, but there are some admin fees that some offices charge, so see what that is. See who's gonna, see who you're gonna relate with. See if they have knowledge about houses, if they understand what a poured basement is compared to a block basement, if they understand what architectural shingles are just compared to 3-tab shingles. So see what knowledge they have about the home buying process also, not just with the paperwork, but with the construction of a home. To me, that's very valuable as well, because you may not understand if you're looking at an old furnace or a new furnace or a steel I-beam compared to just regular floor joists and stuff. So check that out, talk to different agents, follow all these tips, get started. Buying a house is fantastic and it's a great investment for your future. If you have a strong enough why, you can do anything, and buying a house is a great goal to have. All right, we'll see you on the next video.